You Alpha, welcome. So basically what we are creating next is the envelope. How do you create an envelope this time around? So I've gone ahead to create a new document. I don't create blank canvas now. But we are using the exact settings of the previous one. So let's go ahead and create an envelope. Now, majority of the time, you go first buy the envelope and then you go measure the envelope. I think it's usually 8.5 by 4. However, not all envelopes are the same, right? Not all envelopes are the same. So you can use this DL to get envelope. When we convert it to inches, you will see that we have 8.6 by 4.3. This may not be the size of your envelope. However, this size usually works most of the time, but this may not be the size of your envelope. So it's better you buy your envelope and then you measure your envelope. For my side now, we get choice envelope, we get some other kind of nice envelope we fit use. And in case of an official use, you still have a Conqueror envelope. Conqueror envelope still dey. You know Conqueror paper that I said was in A4 that I use in making the letterhead. It's also available in envelopes as well. Now, there can be this size envelope. There can be the other size of envelope that is very big, like this. Those A4 size, special envelope size. There's still envelope that's in C4. And then there's our usual envelope, envelope 9, envelope 10. It's here, right? Envelope 9, envelope 10, and the rest of them, right? Fan fold, you know what I'm saying? So envelope 10 is another size of envelope. This one is 9.5 by 4.1. You see, so get your envelope, measure your envelope. When you finish measuring your envelope, just come here, right? Just come here, select custom. Okay, you don't even have to come here and select custom. If you don't measure and finish, you measure the width left to right and you impute the dimension here, 8.5. And then you measure the length up to down and you say 4, for instance. Immediately you do that and you press enter, you will have your setup. All you need to do next is to double click on rectangle to create your box for you, and you can just start creating a design, right? So F4 to zoom in. Let me delete that as an error. F4 to zoom in. So after I do zoom in, what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to copy the exact same details of this guy all over again. So let me just copy it. Do we need margins for envelope? Not really, not really. Just make sure everything is properly centralized and uh, and will not give you problems when it comes out, right? So Control V to paste, Control G to group, and just press the alphabet P to centralize everything, right? So having done that, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to select. So I use my pick tool. I go onto an empty drawing window and then I start dragging. I drag to select the text and then I give the text one color, right? So this could be our envelope. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to copy this background. I'm going to copy this background. So let me just copy this. Shift, select the background and copy. Control C to copy. Go back to the envelope. Let's zoom out. Then I'm going to paste this here. Why am I doing this? It's very simple. What I want to do is I want this here on the envelope, right? And then I want to extract everything. So I right click on the one that I imported and then I extract the whole thing. So I want this setup again. Control copy, come to this guy, right click, go to frame type and select create empty power clip frame. Double click on the once that X show like this, just double click. So it will open. Control V to paste it in. Alright. So by the time you have pasted it in, I just want this thing here again. I want this thing here. Right? I don't want all this stuff here. So I'm going to use white to erase it. So you will never know because I'm working on the inside. I'm working in a power clip. So let me close this. So we now have this as the envelope, right? So remember, I have made sure that nothing stays on this ground. I don't want any of the content on the ground. I want everything at the center of the envelope, so that when you print, you have everything at the center. It will just come up nice. Let me push this one down because I think it's too close. So let me push this one down. If this company had like a motto, you're just gonna add that motto under here and stuff like that. You get it? If it was something, if it was a company that was very conservative, they will not even allow you make the whole thing too big safe. They'll just tell you to make it very small here like this, and then you are done with this letterhead. Letterhead, I said letterhead. If your envelope doesn't really need much design, right? So just this little spike here, this little spine that we put here, it's enough. Don't go and start going crazy and start adding a lot of elements, container boxes here and there. For example, you go and draw this one here, you now carry this color, you now add this color here like this, and I say, this thing is too plain. I won't like her like this safe. Add down join, add down join, add down join, add down join. Beg. You see, add down. This one is even fine. Oh, this one is very fine. This one is very fine. Leave it. You did like this. This one is very fine. Epa, madam, you don't need many designs, alright? You don't need many designs in your envelope. Remember, simple complexity. You just need very simple things and you are done, right? I also I also wanted to show you something else again when creating your letterhead. I kind of left it out in the previous video, but I won't leave it out in this one now. So what I'm going to do is I want to select this entire thing here. Let me bring it out here, and then I want to turn this text to black, right? When you're done with this, Control G to group it, or you can go to Object and Group. So Control G to group. What I want to do is bring this to the center. Just press P for panda. Press P, bring it to the center. Go here to this transparency tool, right? And come and click on uniform transparency. It's usually the first one, uniform transparency. Increase this to about 85 or 90 right? If you don't want it to be tampered with in the long run, you can right click, power clip inside the document, and what that will help you do, that if you hold alternate and select it, you can make it bigger. I'm sure you have seen it. This is called a watermark. A watermark. It's not going to reflect much by the time you begin to type a lot of things, for instance, right? But it's going to be on the background of your letterhead. All right. So you can try and do that. It's called a watermark. And then we have the envelope here. It is possible to add a watermark on the envelope. If the company wants you to do that, it's very fine. All right. But for me, I like my envelopes clean, plain, straight to the point, nice looking. Right? Is it possible? It's very possible. But if you leave this to me, as I'm telling you that I'm going to do this more than 90, I'm going to go more than 90 because I don't even want to see it. I don't even want. Don't see how it's looking. It's looking like flyer. I don't like my envelope looking all rowdy. That's for me. But you can choose what you do as the creative. So these are all layer designs, and I've taught you how to create your dimensions. I've taught you how to edit and how to create your designs. You see how pretty easy it is to work with layout. I think I'm going to show you how to create multiple pages next and a brochure in your Corel Draw in the next video.